Pickering! Pickering!
I'm terribly sorry, sir. I don't know where the girl went at all.
Pickering! Well, didn't she say where to send her clothes?
I told you she took everything with her.
What?
Here's a confounded thing. Eliza's bolted.
Bolted?
Yes, bolted. And Mrs. Pierce let her go without even telling me a word about it.
Well, I'm dashed.
Well, I don't understand it. I got tea instead of coffee this morning. I don't know where anything is. I don't know what appointments I have.
Eliza would know.
Well, of course she would know, but damn it, she's gone.
Did either of you gentlemen say something to frighten her last night?
Well, you were here, Mrs. Pierce. We hardly said a word to her. Higgins, did you bully her after I went to bed?
Just the other way around. Oh, she threw the slippers at me, and I never gave her the slightest provocation. And bang, the slippers came at my head before I even uttered a word. Oh, yeah. And she used the most perfectly awful language. I was shocked.
Well, I'm dashed.
I don't understand it. She was given every possible consideration. She even admitted that.
Well, I'm dashed.
For God's sake, Pickering, stop being dashed and do something.
What?
Well, call the police. What are they there for, in heaven's name?
Mr. Higgins, you can't give Eliza's name to the police as if she were a thief or a lost umbrella.
Why not? I want to find her. She belongs to me. I paid £5 for her.
Quite right. Scotland Yard, please. Mrs. Pierce, may I have some coffee, please?
Yes, sir.
Hello. Good morning, young fellow. Colonel Hugh Pickering here, 27A Wimpole Street. I want to report a missing person. Now, anything you can do to assist in her recovery would be frightfully appreciated. I'm not without influence, and I'll see to it that your superiors yes. Miss Eliza Doolittle, about 21. Oh, I should say about 5'7". Her eyes?
Brown.
Brown. Her hair? Well, it's sort of neutral, nondescript color. I should say more...
Brown, brown, brown!
Well, you heard what he said. Brown, yes. Yes, this is her residence. Oh, between 3 and 4 in the morning. No. No relation at all. Let's just say a good friend. Now, see here, my good fellow, I'm not at all pleased with the tenor of that question. Now, your job, what she does here is our affair. Your affair is to get her back so she can continue doing it.
What in all in heaven could have prompted her to go? After such a triumph at the ball, what could have depressed her? What could have possessed her? I cannot understand that wretched dog.
Higgins, I have an old school chum at the home office. Perhaps he can help. I'll call him. Whitehall 7244, please.
Women are irrational, that's all there is to that. Their heads are full of cotton, hay, and rags. They're nothing but exasperating, irritating, vacillating, calculating, agitating, maddening, and infuriating hags!
Yes, I'd like to speak to Brewster Budgeon, please. Yes, I'll wait.
Pickering, why can't a woman be more like a man? Yes. Why can't a woman be more like a man? Men are so honest, so thoroughly square, eternally noble, historically fair. Who win, you win, will always give your back a pat. Why can't a woman be like that? Why do they do everything the others do? Can't a woman learn to use her head? Why do they do everything their mothers do? Why don't they grow up like their father instead? Why can't a woman take after a man? Men are so pleasant, so easy to please. Whenever you're with them, you're always at ease. Would you be slighted if I didn't speak for hours?
Of course not.
Would you be livid if I had a drink or two?
Nonsense.
Would you be wounded if I never sent you flowers?
Never.
Then why can't a woman be like you? One man in a million may shout a bit. Now and then there's one with slight defects. One perhaps whose truthfulness you doubt a bit. But by and large, we are a marvelous sex. Why can't a woman behave like a man? Men are so friendly, good-natured and kind. A better companion you never will find. If I were hours late for dinner, would you bellow?
Of course not.
If I forgot your silly birthday, would you fuss?
Nonsense.
Would you complain if I took out another fellow?
Never.
Then why can't a woman be like us?
Brewster Butchin, please. Boozy? You'll never guess who this is. Yes, it is. By George, what a memory. It's so good to hear your voice again. How are you, old fellow? Ah, yes, 30 years. Is it really? Well, that's a lot of water under the thing. Now listen, Boozy, old chum. I'll tell you why I'm calling. We've had some rather unpleasant difficulty here, and I was wondering if I could come down to your office. Yes. Oh, good. Good. I'll be right over there. Thank you, Boozy. Mrs. Pierce, I'm going down to the Home Office.
I do hope you find her, Colonel Pickering. Mr. Higgins will miss her.
Mr. Higgins will miss her. Blast Mr. Higgins. I'll miss her.
Pickering! Where's the colonel?
He's gone down to the Home Office, sir.
Oh, you see that? I'm disturbed and he runs off for help. Now there's a good fellow. Oh, Mrs. Pierce, you're a woman. Why can't a woman take after a man? Men are so decent, such regular chaps, ready to help you through any mishaps, ready to buck you up whenever you are glum. Why can't a woman be a chum? Why is thinking something women never do? Why is logic never even tried? Straightening up the hair is all they ever do. Why don't they straighten up that mess that's inside? Why can't a woman take after a man? If I was a woman who'd been to a ball, been hailed as a princess by one and by all, would I start weeping like a bathtub overflowing? Or carry on as if my home were in a tree? Would I run off and not tell me where I'm going? Why can't a woman be like me?